righty. And let me do a shared screen. And right, share. And I'm gonna play my video. And hopefully everybody can see it.
No sound though.
All right, so I just pulled that off of YouTube, but I thought it was cool. So imagine what you could do with your own video, with the music and everything. So I just wanted to say congratulations, great job, and all of that good stuff. I may play it again at the end for those that didn't get on here at the 6 o'clock hour. So, but just wanted to, kind of remind you of a few things. You still have access to the portal. So the entrepreneurship portal, you still have access to that. So we're going to leave that up for the whole month of November. Also, you'll have access to Live Plan. So you'll have access to Live Plan all the way through November. So we're not going to shut it down or whatever. This gives you an opportunity to go into the portal and download documents and stuff that we've used or things that were in that library that you didn't get a chance to look at. And then also in the Live Plan, we're leaving that up so you can work on your business plan and making sure you get that information in so that we can review your plan. So again, we're although this is our last session for the cohort, we're still going to be here working with you. So all you have to do is just shoot us an email or give us a call so we can set up one-on-one advising sessions for you. So I don't have anything. Rhea, did you have anything tonight? Or Ray, did you have anything?
Well, just with respect to what you just mentioned in terms of having access to the portal and Live Plan, keep in mind that there's some very good reference materials there that you can download and in essence save and use in your own separate computer. And the other thing about Live Plan is that you can extend it. There's a fee associated with if you extend it, but it can be done, and it's not real expensive. But again, we won't be able to extend it unless you do it yourself. And that's at the end of November. So that's all I wanted to mention right now.
Okay.
How do you download it? How do you download stuff from Live Plan to your computer?
So there is a feature, and let me see if I can share. I'll go to Live Plan now and share my screen so you can see it. Let's see, Live Plan.
And you said we have it to the end of November?
Yes.
Okay, praise the Lord. I should have my business plan complete by then, and I promise you, with God's help, we will be one of the people to brag about.
All righty. Sounds good. Let's see.
Well,
Hello, everybody. I love you. I just want to tell you I love you before we start. So you know
Love you
that.
too.
I want to tell you that.
We love you too, Babette. Hey, while Tamara's looking for the download factor, I just wanted to mention, with respect to, you know, getting your narrative done on LivePlan, that's, you know, they've got a good format. I like their format. So if you want to, you know, if you want to use that and get that lined up, that would be good. If you don't have your financials done on LivePlan, don't worry about it. You know, in other words, LivePlan's financials are very kind of broad based. They don't drive down into details. Okay. So if you put stuff on LivePlan, which are, you know, like revenue, like the revenue for the month, and then, you know, you aggregate that and you get revenue for the year. But if you need to have the details of what revenue is composed of, well, then I can help you with that, so that, you know, if you've got more than one product line, it becomes challenging to keep that in mind, because there could be seasonal variations in what your revenue is on those different product lines. So you know, don't worry about the finer details. I can help you with the finer details, but I just wanted to mention that you know, the LivePlan financials don't go into the product line details, and that's where I can come in. So just so you know, I have some useful purpose in life.
Thank you, Ray. Love. Love.
All right. So I'm going to share my screen so that you can see LivePlan. So you should see the one that I created for my business, my consulting business. So on the top, once you actually go into LivePlan, it will give you something called the pitch, and it will give you an option then to do various things with your plan. So then you'll see the plan. And if you click, there's view, edit, outline, download, print, comment. So if I click for my plan, if I click on print, while you have the subscription through us right now, you have access to this. So you can either download it as a PDF and save it to your computer, or you can export it as a Word document, so that when you download it and export it, if you want to go back and make changes and you don't have access to LivePlan anymore, you still have the Word document. So if you click download PDF, it's actually going to go through the process and actually download whatever I've put into LivePlan. And it's going to give me an option then to take that document and actually save it as a PDF. So now it'll be on my computer. So it's rendering the document right now, taking a few minutes. And then it'll give me the option, your file is ready, open PDF. So when I open the PDF, this is what I put into that LivePlan. So this is the document, which I don't have a lot in there because I was using it as a test. But this is the document that now I can actually save this document and save it on my computer. Okay, so that's how you print it. The other way is to do it as a Word document. So I can click Word document and it'll render the document, and I can save the file. And once I save the file, it's going to download, and then I can actually open up this Word document once it goes to my computer. And let's see, open when done. So once it's open, now I can go to this Word document, and this is the same thing that was in the LivePlan, but now it's a Word document. And now I can actually save this document, do a save as, and save this document on my computer. So now I can actually go in and add stuff. So things that weren't in the LivePlan, or I don't have access to LivePlan anymore, and I need to make edits. Now I can go into my Word document that's on my computer and edit. So that's how you still have access. Even after LivePlan is gone in November, make sure you save a Word document file so that you can keep editing. And my suggestion is edit it, call it version 1. Edit it, call it version 2. Every time you go in and make a change, edit it and call it another version so you'll always have the original copy. Okay? Any other comments, questions?
So will that be through the end of November?
For both of them, can you do both a PDF and a Word? And can you put it in Google Docs? Because that saves forever.
Yeah. So the two on live plan. So when you're in live plan, you can download it as a PDF and save it on your computer, and you can put it in Google Docs, or you can save it or export it as a Word document and save it on your computer.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Rodney, what were you saying?
Yes. So will that be, we can use it through the end of November?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So you have access to this. So if you need to print, you need to do anything, you just click on plan, and you can also put they have access to different themes. So if you want different colors and all that kind of stuff, you can change. There's only a few of them, I think, in here, but you can change the colors, the look, so that then the cover will be a little different, that you can change. So once you change it, then you say save, close. So now everything that I'm working on now is going to have this kind of like green background or pea green background. So then now when I download it or when I save it, I have a cover to it. Okay.
Can you put your own logo on it too?
Yes. Yeah. But you would do that. Actually, I don't know if you can do it in here. Because I didn't, I can do it in my pitch sheet. So I uploaded my logo in my pitch sheet. There is a place to upload, or I can change my logo. Yeah. So I did upload my logo in here.
So just keep in mind, if you use one of those formats, every time you print it, it's going to be printing out you're going to be using up a lot of ink, okay? Because there's a lot of color coding in those formats. And so if you want to just, print it out without the format, and then while you're making changes, and then when you get down to the end, then you want to get it in the format so that you don't be wasting a lot of ink on interim changes.
So how do you do that?
You just don't.
Well, you just save the document. You're going to save the document. That's why I was saying save it as version 1, version 2, version 3, and just in the format, just like I showed you in the plan. Instead of when I get ready to do download plan, I just don't pick a theme. So I can change this where it says change. I can change this theme so it doesn't have all those colors and stuff. So that's what Ray is mentioning. So I could change it to this Garrett's bike shop so that then it's just white. Okay. And I can put my logo on there. But once I do that, now all my printing is going to be actually, white. It's not going to have all those colors. So if I did need to print it, then I could actually print it and not have all that color in there.
Okay, and not use up all that ink. Okay.
Right, and then when you get to the final where this is pretty much a pretty good business plan, it's tight, and you want to use one of those things. See how it's different now? Is just white. These are just white sheets of paper.
Okay.
So that all that color and stuff I had before is not on there because I changed the theme. So now it's just white sheets of paper. So this is, if you did need to print this out, you could print this out because it's just white sheets of paper. Okay.
That sounds good. Okay, and y'all are available too till the end of November, right?
We're available.
No bad bet. We're available always.
Okay.
So the class is going to be done tonight. The class is done tonight. The access to the software is until the end of November. and the access to us is forever.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
don't
love
plan-
y'all. I'll
So
get some
we-
diamonds to give to you too when I get some money.
Yeah, I don't plan on checking out real soon. Okay.
Sounds great. Much
All
love.
right.
Sure.
All
Now that I
right.
know where you live, I'll be over there.
All right.
All right, much love.
So Rhea, did you have any comments?
Yeah, I just wanted to, make sure if, we talked about the SWOT analysis and how many people are getting websites as part of their,
Me,
okay.
Me,
that
Okay.
in the media.
Okay. So 1, 2, who was me? I heard 2 me's.
Maria,
I'm going to put a document on Live Plan. I'm going to find it tonight and put it up there. So I want you to go through that before you start working on your website. It's going to ask you a lot of questions, just what you should think through in preparation for putting
Sounds
that
great.
together and talking to the consultant.
Yeah.
And then also, after you, and I know Maria, we talked, so after the website or before, let me know. We can do the Facebook piece so we can talk through that as you're putting that together. But just
Right.
think about also your marketing and your social media strategy. And if you need any assistance on that, let me know as well. And on your website, make sure that you think through your brand image and your colors and what you want that to say about your brand. Colors are very important. I'm actually going to put a color key out there for you as well to look at the different meanings of colors.
Yep.
okay,
That sounds great.
yes.
Okay. Great. I left this up on my screen, but I'm gonna turn it off now. This is in Live Plan. You can actually put your pitch sheet together. So I did this as a sample with my consulting business, just so you get an idea. In Live Plan, if you ever needed to do a pitch sheet or you needed to kind of pitch your business, you could do this one pager. It's a one pager pitch sheet that you can put on your pitch for your pitch. So this is a good opportunity as well to utilize Live Plan to do a pitch. Okay. And so I just wanted to let you know that you do have access to this. You can edit it and that kind of thing. So I would just suggest that because you have Live Plan right now, that you try to utilize some of these tools. And again, with this pitch sheet, I can publish it, I can present it, I can do a whole bunch of stuff with it. Okay. So, and it gives you opportunity. I can put my logo in there and everything. So just wanted to share that with you, and then I can download it and I can print it download it to my computer and then print it to a printer or save the document. So you have a lot of tools in here. I would suggest that you utilize these tools that we have now while they're still available. I'm sorry?
Would you email your pitch sheet to someone, or do you have to be in person to give it to them?
It's according to whoever you're pitching it to. So like if I had a client or somebody that was interested in my business or looking for somebody to fund my organization, and we were talking via telephone, I could easily print this and email it to them and say, here, I'm going to send you my pitch, and then I'll present it to you and go over it. So it's up to you. If you're actually going to meet somebody person to person, then you could print this as well and print it out and hand it to them. But you can electronically email this to them as well.
Okay. Do you know of any sources for grants for startups right now?
For
grant?
What did you say?
Any grants that are available for startup companies like some of ours right now? There are resources for that.
Yeah. So right now, as far as grants are concerned, a lot of the funding abilities that you can get into are referencing existing businesses that are pivoting, and it was affected by COVID. So if you don't fall into those realms and you weren't existing, you weren't operating and that kind of thing, that might be a challenge because they're asking for past payroll, past taxes, and that kind of thing in order to see if you actually qualify for some of this funding.
Well,
If you're in the city of Chicago, you can.
I'm sorry. If you were operating but you were at a loss, not making any profit, you still you wouldn't then be qualified unless you actually generated revenue. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or either you're able to show your taxes because that's what they're going to use.
Okay.
So they'll ask for the past 2-3 years of taxes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then that's what they determine if you're eligible, as well as how much money they will actually give you. Yeah.
Is there any more places we can look other than that? Or like startup competitions or, well, not startup competitions, but just small business competitions for
right now, there's not a lot going on. We can always keep you kind of like highlighted. I try to send out emails and things when I get things like that. But right now, COVID and Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity are the ones that are actually kind of having these grant programs, but a lot of them are related to COVID. So that's, where the monies are right now. So we can keep you abreast of things that are happening, but right now, not any kind of like just startup grants. Most of the time, it's very challenging to find a startup grant, meaning that you haven't done anything yet. You're just getting going. Most of the time, you have to generate your own revenue. So that means you have to do crowdfunding. You got to put in your own money. There's a lot of different.
I'll put in a lot of that, but I just haven't got to.
Pardon me?
Okay. I said I have utilized a lot of my own money. I been doing a lot of research, to put my business together. And I got receipts from what I spent to do that, in conferences and different things, and rent and telephone and, I said conferences, and then some of the product, product prototypes and stuff like that. But I haven't actually got any direct paying clients yet.
Okay. And I was just looking at my chat. So somebody suggested that you go to accionchicago.org. And I know Axion is more of a lending organization. So they're not. Yeah. So I know they're not giving any money away.
Well, Liz was giving some money away. Are they still giving the money away?
I don't think there's anything going on right now, particularly with Liz. I think that's all gone. People have gotten awarded with Liz. So, it's kind of like just got to keep your eyes open for it. We also look. So whenever we see something, we're shooting out an email or something to you, or sending out to our list of people. So just keep an eye out for any funding resources that we can find.
Okay,
thank you.
Babette,
to add to that, I also spoke with someone that I'm going to connect you with, and I share with them your background. So there's a possibility that working through their program, they're a 501c3, but you're a for-profit. So the for-profit can provide services to the 501c3. So there's a possibility that working in that collaboration that can source your startup.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. So
collaboration. Thank you.
So also anything related to real estate, not really, unless you're going through the program with the city. There's the CCLF, I think it's Community Land Bank. There's properties that are out there that they go up for bid and you can bid on them. But again, they're as is properties. So you would have to do your own inspection and all that kind of stuff. But the Community Land Bank, I think it's called Chicago Community Land Bank or something like that. They have a list of properties in Chicago, and you can actually look at the properties. If they're up available or up for bid, you can submit a form in and try to bid on it. And then whoever wins the bid, then you go through that process to get that property. Yeah, Cook County Land Bank. Thank you, Wes. So if you're talking about real estate, I would suggest, looking at that opportunity again as a for-profit business. And I'll tell people this all the time, trying to get a grant probably won't happen. It's going to come from fundraising. It's going to crowdfunding, you saving up your own money or getting a loan. That's nonprofits are the ones that really, if possible, get the grants, but they are also challenging to try to get grant funding. So, you just got to be ready. So even this process that you've gone through with us and getting your paperwork ready, getting your plan ready, and all of that is important, because that's what you're going to use to demonstrate to other people that you're ready to go. You have a solid plan. You've already thought this out. It's going to work, or at least you got the infrastructure to make this work. And see, when you do that and present that to people, it makes it a little bit more easier to really communicate, because you know what you're talking about. Now they know what you're talking about. And then the funding and the opportunities may come through then, because you have it all laid out. But if you're kind of like all over the place, you're speculating about things, you don't have anything written out, you don't show projections or anything like that, it's going to really be hard to convince people for them to give you money. So that's why it's important that you have a strategy. You lay out all of the things that we've shared with you, so that then when you do present, people will look at your stuff and say, oh yeah, you got your stuff put together. I understand what you're doing. I understand where you're going. I understand how you're going to generate a revenue. I understand this. And all of that's ready. It's in writing. And then you're able to communicate this. It convinces them, okay, yeah, I'll give you some money then. Or yeah, I'll help you. But if you're just, you don't have anything really laid out, and you're in different places and you're, trying to do different things, I always encourage prioritize. What is the main thing that you need to do right now, and do that. And then you move on to something else. Because if you spread your stuff too far and too out there, it may be a challenge for you to maintain, and also to build the capacity you need. So it's important that whatever you do well, you do that one thing well. And once you got that locked down and you generate revenue, then you move on to something else. But if you keep jumping around and doing different things, that might be a challenge, and even hard to convince somebody else. If I had $100,000, do I want to invest? Show me what you got. Do I really want to invest what you're doing? Does this make sense? Does your numbers make sense? Does the revenue that you're talking about you can make sense? Do you already have potential for a client or to get clients? Where's your money coming from? And so these are the things that we've been talking about these last 6 weeks, is really having you to think this through, so that then you can really run a business that's successful. And even in this time, in this season, that you can run a business with the capacity that you need, so that you can make some money, or at least sustain what you're talking about. So again, hopefully all that we've shared, that you whatever you didn't get down, that you get access, print it out, put it on your computer, whatever the case may be, so that you have access to these materials, as well as just doing what you need to do, and getting it done. That's why we push on you completing your business plan. That's one of the key things of communication, because it shows the roadmap to where you plan on going. So,
Tamara, I know Wesley wants to present tonight, but I have a quick question for Maria on the real estate with the NOF what particularly are you looking for, Maria? Or a new place, a rehab, or?
Some possible rehabs, because I have a structure that I was considering rehabbing it. One of the structure that I have in Inglewood, rehabbing it and converting it to mama's house or something. It's a single family structure, and it'll probably take me about $150,000 to rehab it. It is owned by us. So there was a thought, you know what I mean, to do something with that, you know, because I mean, my
For
brother
business,
is
right?
in there, you know, but it's my dad's, who's 90 years old, you know, and he's not going to go back there. He doesn't
Is
want
it
to leave my house.
commercial, or is it commercial business, or no?
I'm sorry.
Is it for, would it be for commercial, for it be for business use or personal use?
Well, you know, naturally I could always take it and turn it into a vacation rental, but it's in the middle of a block, you know, of residential areas. So, you know, based on, you know, what I can do with it, it can, because of where it is, it can't be a commercial, I don't think. You know, I have to check, you know, but it's a residential house, you know, with about 5 bedrooms. I need to add another bathroom, you know what I'm saying, you know, and the basement, it just needs a overall. Like I say, I don't know exactly, you know, it was brought up to me this week, so I don't know exactly what we can do, you know, based on the zoning, you know, but I could always, for sure, I could always turn it into a vacation rental.
Yeah, I just think you need to, Maria, you need to get it nailed down as to what your commercial, what the business use is going to be for it, because that's going to be part of your application. And so it's just,
you know, I'm kind of open for suggestions. I don't know. I mean, I know you guys know about Inglewood, you know, but it's in the middle of a block, you know, and it would either have to be a rental unit of some kind, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, maybe it could be like a veterans housing or something like that.
It could be that, you know, because there's several bedrooms in the basement, you know, where my my great grandparents used to house, they used to house roomers and travelers, you know, so it's possible.
Right.
I just had, like I said, we just had a discussion about a week ago, you know, with my family. It's like, okay, what are we going to do with it? I said, oh, now you guys are dropping it in my lap, totally. So that's about where I am with it.
Okay. I just wanted to take one second to kind of reinforce what Tamara was saying, because it's very, very important. This whole thing about, you know, generating different pathways concurrently usually never works out. Okay. And so, you know, if you keep on doing that, all you're going to find yourself is that you're treading water and wasting time. Okay. Because in essence, you got to get something tangible, a proof of concept nailed down, and you got to get it operative. So then you can go with a solid base and know that you've got the capacity to have something that's sustaining, as opposed to having everything that's in the starting mode going nowhere. The other thing I just wanted to mention was that, you know, if you're going to send out a pitch template or a pitch or a business plan out to someone, you know, for their information, you want to make sure that you're putting a non-disclosure statement on that document, okay? Because in essence, if you don't, then you know, you could have someone that's just going to snipe from you, and you don't want someone to be sniping from you. And so, while the non-disclosure agreement is not perfect, at least it puts an emphasis that this is your private information, and you don't want anyone to poach you.
Okay, great, thanks. So we're gonna do our pitches now. So who's up? I best Chef D did hers perfectly last Tuesday. So who's next?
I'm ready. I know
Ready?
Wesley want to do hers, but I'm ready.
Wesley, look at both of y'all got your hand like. Who's ready? Go ahead.
Me? Him? Who?
Go, Wes.
Okay. I gotta load up. I got a prop. I'm gonna play a video.
Okay. Do I need to share my screen? We need to see it, or you playing it for yourself?
I mean, I don't know. I could send you the link or what do you?
Well, couldn't.
Or I start talking.
Okay, just start talking. Go ahead. If you're not ready, I'll let Rodney. You want him to go while you're doing it?
Mine will be quick.
Okay, and then I can share my screen if you can pull it up on the computer here. So then you can actually put it on the screen. So go ahead, Rodney.
Okay. We're in the business of music production. Our clients include producers, record labels, singers, and songwriters. We wanted to combine our talents to provide production services of high artistic value to clients seeking the same. We help our clients produce the sound that meets their imagination. Our services is industry standard, and we use traditional as well as state-of-the-art methods of producing high-quality music. Our clients sought us out because they were dissatisfied by lackluster production services that they've used in the past. We had a client who spent a considerable amount of time and money on their project and were very dissatisfied with the results. And so this is how we created our company to address those type of issues. You can reach us on our website or social media. Here's my business card if you'd like to reach us directly.
Okay.
Comments?
Rodney, I like the tagline, the sound that fits the imagination. You know, think about that as a tagline, because in essence that resonates. I think that'll resonate with people.
Okay,
because
noted.
It's about the sound, okay, and it's about the music. So obviously you want to get a little more specifics in terms of, you know, what it is that people can get your support on. Okay, I mean, you mentioned you know, some things, but you got to make it more tangible for people.
I can do that.
Yeah, I would agree. So what are the services? Are you doing recordings? Are you doing original soundtracks? You know, if you have a list of product and services, or, you know, at least a few of them, that gives me an idea if I wanted to actually hire you or use your services because you've listed the services you offer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you
still working on that part, you know,
okay,
breaking it down that way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you could put up some examples, you know, do some screenshots of some of the work that you've done would help. It would put in, you know, pictures worth 1,000 words, and it would put into the mind exactly what the imagination is about. Make the imagination, you know, you're thinking about the imagination, but try to make the imagination tangible.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was great, Rodney. Also, when you do your business card, if you can put those services on the back of your business card, that would be great.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Still breaking it out. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Great job.
Thank you.
All right, Wes, you ready? Are you sharing your screen? I've allowed you to share. If you click on the share screen at the bottom, you can share whatever you were pulling up. If not, just roll with what you got.
I got it. All right. So
do you have a green button on the bottom of your screen? Oh, there you go. Okay. You got a YouTube channel too? Cool. release.
Oh, okay. All right.
Music
My
marketing
name-
does not work
hold up.
if you're listening to those failed musicians.
Let's stop the video. Okay, but my name is Wesley Rogers. I'm the president and co-founder of Railroad Tracks Music Incorporated, where our motto is invent, inspire, and innovate. We were commercially established in 2007. We're a full service recording studio. We specialize in music production and sound design. Uh, the company was founded by producer Lou Black. He pretty much was working on the project by our first release, by the artist from our first, by the artist who dropped the first release on Railroad Tracks, KG Capone, Almost Famous. And basically, upon recording this project, it basically required me, because I was the engineer, I was actually the artist too, but it required me to work with a lot of people because I had a lot of features on this project. So at that time, once the project was done, a lot of people who came and recorded verses or added input to the project, they actually needed studio time. So in the process of just working with them, the place that I went to and the place that I went to and basically did the album cover for this project. It was in a warehouse building, and pretty much that was, I would say, the start of Railroad Tracks. So right after that, I immediately ended up leasing out a studio space, and pretty much I started to work with a lot of artists. Pretty much started promoting shows and just doing a lot of, I would say, nothing like major on the major level, but it was more like a lot of like local productions and working with a lot of artists. So I would say that gave me a lot of like hands-on experience as far as like seeing what to do and what not to do, seeing where people went wrong and stuff like that. So I would say from many years of, like I said, just producing all of these artists and recording is gave me much experience on both sides of the playing field, because I started out as a artist myself, and then just really knowing and understanding what was going on, I really started recording a lot of people. And I would say that kind of leveled out the business thing. But really at the time when I was doing it, I wasn't really focusing on it like a business, because I was actually doing it all for the love, because this is what I love doing anyway. So the reality was I had to like focus on it and really run it like a business. And I would say those were some of my mistakes and some of the challenges that I faced in the past. But it's like now moving forward, I would say like like now, like everything, sky's the limit. So I'm really looking into seeking out new markets and different other opportunities for growth for the company. So during COVID-19, we basically founded the nonprofit organization, Railroad Tracks Music Academy. Mission for Railroad Tracks Music is to encourage entrepreneurs. I got to read it. I'm sorry. But to encourage, the mission is to encourage entrepreneurship amongst artists and raise the standards of musicianship through higher education in urban communities. And we target, low to moderate income youth ages from 10 to 18. And, we provide workshops and DIY trainings as well as workshops. I would say, hold on, I got, but I would say, but I would say upon starting Railroad Tracks Music Academy, we, like I said, we offer teaching and various, things online. But, I would say my ask of, you all that are listening, we're actually seeking out funding, in the form of $50,000 to go towards the acquisition or purchase of, go towards the acquisition or purchase of a property or rehabilitation of a property to, further enhance the academy. And basically I've been renting, studios from people. And as I was saying to another person here. I've been paying other people's mortgages for a while. So it's like right now I actually want to step up and, you know, create some equity as far as like for the company to whereas we have some more assets outside of just equipment. And pretty much to find out more, you could reach me at railroadtracksmusic.com or call me on my number on this business card. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So, you know, Wesley, it seems to me that you've got a lot of things that you've got skill sets in, okay? And to get this on paper with respect to your business plan, you know, to your pathway that you're going to use to be your base, I think you want to get that on paper. It's kind of gets back to what Tamara was saying, I think a couple days ago or a couple classes ago, when she talked about, you know, use the blank paper. Okay, use the blank paper and get it down in terms of what it is, tangibly, what is it going to be with respect to this pathway that's going to be your base, okay? Because you need to have a solid base that's going to be your foundation. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's got to be the thing that's going to generate revenue so that you can have something that can be sustaining, as opposed to having a lot of skill sets that in essence are not really, you know, in terms of a solid base. In other words, it's a fractional base, and so you want to get it more cohesive. The other thing that I thought about when you were talking was that again, you know, you got to invent, inspire, and innovate. That's a great tagline, okay? But then get that into the base, the core base business that you're gonna use it as your foundation. And keep in mind that when you articulate what you're going to do in this baseline business, you want to have your financials set up to be balanced with that. In other words, you just can't you can't just put a narrative that says one thing and you've got financials that don't in essence correlate to it. Okay, you have to have them to be in sync. Okay, so you want to work with respect to, okay, here's what I'm representing that I'm going to be doing, and this is how I'm going to propose to do it with respect to my financing, and this is what my profit margin is going to be, and this is what my revenue is expected to be based upon the assumptions of growth. Okay, because you want to have that to be linked together. You know, you don't have to have everything done. You could say, I need $50,000 to get this thing solidified, and then you can say, in the meantime, I'm going to be doing my business in terms of leasing out studio space and being an engineer and being an entertainer. That's okay. But let's talk about the solid base that you're going to have that's going to be your core business, and how you're going to get things organized to get the money to make that real.
Yep. Rhea?
Okay, I'm off mute.
Yep.
Just want to jump into that. Yeah, Wesley, it is a great tagline, and just piggybacking off of what Ray said, you know, take that tagline and find ways to keep punching it and moving it in front of the audience so they can connect with, invent, you know, what are you inventing? You said new artists, innovate. So it's a great tagline. And so you did a good job.
Yep. So basically, I heard two things. You mentioned the for-profit, and then you mentioned a non-for-profit. So I heard two different organizations, although you have to decide how they fit. Is it the for-profit carrying the non-for-profit, or is it the non-profit then carrying the for-profit? So like Ray was talking about,
That's really
figure out what that base is. So it's either the nonprofit that you're really doing, and then you bring in the for-profit when projects come up. Or is it the other way around, that you're actually doing the for-profit And once in a while, you bring in the nonprofit, or the for-profit and the nonprofit are two separate entities. So that, and it might be two different things that you're working on. You're working on the for-profit, but you're also working on the non-for-profit. Either way, even when you're pitching, so you mentioned $50,000, is that for the for-profit or the non-for-profit?
It's for the non-for-profit, but that's really what I'm trying to learn and understand how to work the two. Cause like I said, I don't.
Yeah.
You know.
So basically, I think I gave you guys an example before of a person that I knew that had a mobile photography business. He had a non-for-profit and he had a for-profit. So the project, he would do non-for-profit training. So he was teaching young people how to become photographers. So he had photography classes. He worked with the Boys and Girls Club, and he had a contract agreement or some kind of grant they got, and they brought him in to do training. And so he had a team of people, and they taught photography, the stages of photography. And that's all they did. But for his for-profit, he had a mobile photography business, meaning that he actually took pictures, and he did all of the printing them out, and everything was on the mobile unit. So he could go to different places, print out the pictures, and then give the pictures to whoever the client is. What he did was he integrated his students as interns or apprenticeship, so that when they got projects or business to go out, at that time was on the lake by South Shore Country Club, he had a booth there. So when people came to visit from Chicago or wherever, he had the young people out there to take the pictures. So they had learned how to take pictures. He had them take the pictures, and then he had somebody in the booth, a young person, actually printing and getting it all together and with the computer and stuff. And then he had another person that was doing the framework. So they created frames and that kind of thing. So when the person came back to purchase their picture with a frame, that was for the for-profit, and he generated revenue. He took that revenue, then he paid them a percentage from the for-profit for them to be an intern. And then the rest of the revenue went to the for-profit business. Okay. So he had a non-for-profit and a for-profit, two different names, two different FEIN numbers, two different registrations with Secretary of State. Everything was separate. So the monies did not get mixed. So that's what you would have to do. If you want to do a training, you have to do a separate entity, different name and everything. And then for the for-profit, you would do the for-profit. But the numbers and everything has to be separate, because when you generate, if you're going after a grant for the nonprofit, you can't have all that mixed.
Yeah.
It has to be clear. There has to be some clarity. So, the question that I have for you and all of you is prioritize. What can you do right now? And what do you want to do in the next 3 to 6 months? Because that's going to charge you to either develop something that's not there, or either work with what you got, the here and now, as Ray says, and develop that until it's solid before you move on to do something else. And that's a whole thing of just sitting in and asking yourself, what do I want to do right now? What do I have the capacity to do right now? What do I need to build right now? And then being inspired to do other things, yes. But the question is, can you do them right now, or should you wait? So, but great presentation. I like the actual video and all that. That was good. I think those are the things that you need. You need visuals and you need sound, particularly because you're in sound. You need to have all that. That's how you're going to attract your clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Maria wants to show her vacation rental page.
Okay. So Maria, get that ready. Rodney, you got another comment before Maria?
Yes. So I stopped by Wesley's studio last night so we can kind of compare our financial notes. Mm-hmm. So as I was over there, I looked at his gear And some of the purchases I got about $3,000 worth of gear I was going to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Wesley has all this, so I can postpone that purchase. So that's going to change my finance. I can postpone that January. Plus everything I need to do, I can do there. But the other thing, I had my projections going from January on, and because of Ray and the whole here and now concept, I moved my projection starting October on to September. My Volvo is down. That's what I was doing Lyft with, and I didn't want to put any money back into it. So I went and bought rented another vehicle for Lyft. So I will start that back just for 3 months. That gives me about $3,500. I don't have to worry about who my competitors are. I know that's coming in, and then I can start aggressively trying to get production work so now October through the end of December is my here and now. I know I can do this and I'll eventually phase out the ride sharing. I know when I turn that meter on Lyft, I'm making money, but then I can start aggressively going after, like I've already started concepting for the TV commercials and things like that. That way, when I get to the end of December, I can have better projections. So I'm kind of taking a little bit from all three of you all, you know, and I like that whole here and now thing just changed my life. Anyway, that's it.
Okay, great. Thanks, Rodney. And I'm so inspired by what you stated that, you know, sometimes people think, oh, I got to stop working and just totally do this. If you got to eat and keep the lights on and all that, then no, you need to work, but you should always space out time, even if it's a couple of hours a day that you spend on your business. You might not have a lot of time, but spend some time on that business and taking care of whatever you want to do while you still eat and keep your lights on. So definitely good idea.
Oh, and one quick thing to Ray, when he did the barbecue business. So I know my car cost me $275 a week. I don't have to worry about repairs or maintenance. And I know I spend about $15 a day. So now with that, I know exactly how long I have to work to make a profit. So I was able to connect that concept now. So we're getting there.
All right. Sounds good. Maria, I have my screen share open. Can you pull up what you wanted to show us? And you're on mute, so I can't hear you. Are you okay? Yep.
Okay, I think I can
hit that green button at the bottom. It says share screen.
Okay.
You should be able to click on that and whatever's on your computer should pop up.
What is that? Okay, so I should hit the button share, I guess, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
And then now we see your screen.
Okay, we don't
so
want
it's popping up.
Okay, and now my doorbell is ringing, right? This is amazing. Okay.
That's how it happens. Okay.
Take it back over there. There you go. I got a split screen. They're gonna have to hold on a second. Can you see it now?
You just went off on it. I see your desktop, but you went away. I did see it. Can you switch back?
Just give me okay, take it back. Can you see it? So you see my screen.
Now I see it. Now, yeah, I think we all see it. It's
okay.
Airbnb.
So I'm gonna go to Lillian's place. Okay, while I go answer the door.
Okay, now we see Go Webinar.
Okay. Oh, come on. They're about to. Are they special? What? Okay, I'm sorry. They're just going to have to wait in there. Okay. I'm going to miss that webinar. Okay, so let's see if I'm doing this right. Okay. Come on. Okay, so this is crazy. Okay, I guess I'm not going to be able to do this because my doorbell is ringing and I need to let people in. Let's see if I can.
Can you copy and paste? Let me see if I can put it up on my computer. It's Airbnb.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull it up on my screen. On my computer, I can pull it for me. Did she go away?
Yeah, she went to hit the door.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, so. Come on. Okay, maybe I can do it from here. Okay, well, I guess I can. Okay, there you go. Okay. So this is Lillian's place,
Mm-hmm.
where it's a 2-bedroom unit. And let's see if I can get the pictures up larger.
Just click on where it says 43 photos. Click on that link and see if it'll pop up for you.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow,
Very nice.
very nice.
Okay, and then, right, this is the 2-bedroom unit with the single bath in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
The living room area is called a common living room area.
Okay.
And this is like the second living room area here. It's also called a common space.
Mm-hmm.
This is the bathroom, the eat-in kitchen, where I have the utensils and the microwaves and the kind of entertainment area. She was a very dear friend of mine who passed away this year, who will be 97 this year. I named it after her.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the, this unit is in West Town at Grandad Paulina. And that was her. We have a beautiful story. She was like an aunt to me. They met at Buckingham Fountain in the early 1920s. Well, I have changed the bedding. I change it at least once a month. This is the smaller full-size bedroom. And this is the queen-size bedroom. I guess other amenities that we have here. This is that thing I adopted to put on the back of the commode with all the things in it, so they wouldn't have to look at it. This is the backyard area here, and the walk-up entrance.
Okay.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Okay. And now if I get back to the top here, let's go. We'll look at the single bedroom area. The single bedroom unit. Thank you guys for doing this, because I never, okay, so I need to go back, change listings. I need to go to, and this is accessible on Airbnb. You would just have to type in Lillian's Place in West Town. Okay. And I'm like the 4th listing. If you type in Lillian's Place in West Town, it'll give you other names, but there are 4 that will come up, I believe, with the starting off with the first letter L. Okay.
Okay.
And then the second one is called Claire's Room and Bath. It's a single bedroom and a bath.
Okay.
It's a unit that you will be sharing. You will be, what did I do? Okay, that you share the unit, but you have your own private bedroom and bathroom. And let's see.
Click on 9 photos.
Okay, because I got it on the smaller. I don't have my eyes on.
And this is a single unit?
Right, this is the single, this is the bedroom and a bathroom. So you just have the bedroom, your queen size bed. Okay. And in that area behind, which is a walk, these are like large closets. There, and in the closet, I have like a little refrigerator and a microwave and a caddy. And then this is the bathroom, a view of the bathroom. And back through that door, there is a laundry room that's accessible. And this is the external area where you walk up and the gate is there. In most cases, I will meet you there.
Okay.
Haven't devised the lockbox as of yet. Trying to figure out if
Okay.
I want to do that. And then it's like in the garden apartment down the stairs here where my mouse is.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the bathroom.
Okay. Wonderful. And where is Clara?
This one, Clara's room is in Bronzeville,
Okay.
40th and King Drive.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful.
And that's what we do. And we're looking forward to turning that single family home into a space. And thank you, Ray, for suggesting a veterans house, because that might be the ticket. In addition to the future Antoinette's house in Inglewood.
Okay. Wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Maria. We really appreciate you showing that. I think this is a great opportunity for all you guys to be able to see what everybody else is doing. And Maria, check the chats. They're chatting with you.
Okay. I tried to get my screen back up.
Okay. But yeah, check the chat and look at what everybody is saying. So I think we're done. Congratulations again to all of you that made it through, and a few of you guys went 2 rounds with us. So I guess we didn't do too bad, but appreciate you. Thank you for sharing your ideas and your concepts, but also just allowing us to kind of advise and give you some things that you can utilize. Definitely, we want to stay in contact with you as you have until November, the end of November, to get all of your live plan stuff done. Please put something in live plan. At least start working on the draft. Then I can give you at least a certificate of completion for finishing the cohort. Not necessarily all the work. We still want you to work, but please do that so I can send you out a certificate of completion. For those that have done the service scholarships, hopefully Jacob has reached out to you so you can begin working on that, or if you've already started. And then also we will be mailing you out some business books shortly. So we will utilize the address that you put on the form when you actually signed up. So if you have a different address or anything like that, please, let me know so that I don't send them to a wrong location. Okay. So that's all I have. Congratulations. Thank you guys for hanging in there. Chef D, I'm still waiting on, I might just have to order me some food because but I really appreciate all of you, Wes, Rodney, Maria, and then everybody else, Chef D, Tamia. It's a few people that aren't on tonight, but I truly, from my heart, appreciate you guys. And I'm very inspired, even with my business, for what you guys are doing. I'm even more inspired to continue working my business, but the Greater Inglewood CDC and the Illinois Small Business Development Centers, thank you too for this opportunity to be a part of your team. So I'm done. Rhea, you're doing good.
Yeah, everybody.
I love you.
We love you too, Babette. It was wonderful. Chef Nelly, I'm gonna need Thanksgiving dinner from you, so we'll chat.
Yeah, me too, Chef, because I'm not cooking.
And if anybody knows anybody that got places that need wheelchair accessibility, please let me know.
Okay, definitely. And shoot us an email if you got some things going on, some events or anything, or resources, anything that's going on. Just send us an email because we'll forward that to whoever, So we want to help you generate revenue. So definitely, Maria, I have the pictures now. I've actually shared it with some people, but definitely we want to promote you, even with the Airbnb, and let people know that you're there. So we want to do that for everybody. So Rodney and Wes, if you guys got things going on when you're doing your trainings or business, send that information to us so that then we can forward it to the appropriate people.
All right, and I just want to say that I am also in the business of assisting people in their creation and hosting their vacation rental rooms or spots as well. That will be on my webpage as well.
Okay, so you're doing reservations. So you can find something for me.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Very good. Very good. I like that.
That's that pivot I found.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
I just wanted to mention that I appreciate everyone, staying in there. I know this is confusing, and we're in some turbulent times now, and hopefully those kinds of things will get better through time. But your job is really to be ready, okay? And our job is to help you be ready. So don't just disconnect and then give up. You saw the video that Tamara shared at the beginning, and that's what it means is, you got to stay connected, and we can really do a lot more together than we can apart.
Yes.
I love you. God loves you, and nothing you can do about it.
All right, Bebe. All right. So we're all good?
Yes.
All right. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll be talking soon. Take care.
And awesome.
Vote.
Oh, yes. All right.
Okay.
All right. Everybody good?
Good.
See ya.